Good evening, I'm Michael and you're watching Kini News, the show that brings you today's biggest stories. It's always important to base things on facts, especially public statements. This was the message conveyed by the current UMNO president to his former boss. Dr. Mahathir Mohamad's claim that UMNO will contest all seats held by Bersatu is not based on the facts, UMNO President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi told reporters late last night.
Eloklah dilihat fakta bahawa kenyataan beliau itu tidak berdasarkan kepada dapatan kajian atau maklumat yang sahih yang diperolehi daripada sumber-sumber yang boleh dipercayai. Mungkin apa yang disebut oleh beliau itu adalah sumber-sumber yang tidak boleh dipercayai sebagaimana ketika beliau menjadi pemimpin kerajaan sebelum ini.
The former Prime Minister, in his posting yesterday, had claimed that the UMNO Supreme Council had made a decision for the party to contest in all seats held by Bersatu. The Langkawi MP alleged that an unnamed Bersatu minister and deputy minister have said the situation did not matter to them as long as they receive big salaries and allowances. This showed that the struggle now is to seek as much money as possible as the defections are allegedly driven by money, Mahathir said. For the record, UMNO Supreme Council member Zahidi Zainul Abidin had said that BN will contest in seats that it had lost due to defections since the last general election. Zahid has been campaigning for BN's slim by-election candidate Muhammad Zaidi Aziz, with the polling set to take place tomorrow. Mukhris Mahathir has praised the police for carrying out their duty with impartiality after his daughter was caught violating the Recovery Movement Control Order. Former Kedah Menteri Besar Mukhris Mahathir has broken his silence several days after his daughter and son-in-law were arrested by the police for breaching the Recovery Movement Control Order. Speaking to the media on the slim by-election campaign trail on Thursday, he expressed disappointment with the couple.
Saya dah pesan dah kepada semua lah kawan-kawan saya juga, musim PKPP ini janganlah langgar ya. Apa ni, kerana kita mesti tunjuk contoh yang baik dan itu sebabnya saya memanglah rasa kecewa bahawa pelanggaran itu tidak berlaku juga. Jadi kita dah beri teguran dan memang patutlah dia kena compound yang dikenakan oleh pihak.
On August 23rd, the police had raided a pub in Taman Tun Dr. Ismail around 1:20 a.m. All 29 patrons, including the duo, were slapped with a ringgit compound. The investigations also revealed that the premise was operating without a valid business license. The former Bersatu leader also thanked the police for being impartial.
Pihak PDRM bersikap itu telus, adil dan saksama. Tidak ada unsur-unsur pengurangan dari segi kompaun. Jadi ikut undang-undang itu kena bayar RM1,000, dia tak bagi diskaun. Ya. Kalau hari itu dibagi diskaun, silap-silap saya dengan Tun akan dituduh mencampuri urusan polis, ya, minta ihsan mereka untuk beri keistimewaan kepada anak saya dan menantu saya. Jadi, ya. Dan sekejap saya tak habis kenyataan saya. Dan selain daripada mengurangkan kompaun, kita juga bersyukur kerana tak dinaikkan juga. Kalau naik pula nanti jadi penganiayaan pula pada mereka berdua.
Mukhris was speaking to the media in Falda Besut in Perak yesterday. He was present to campaign for independent candidate Amir Kushairi Muhammad Tanusi for the slim by-election. Mukhris said he believed that the incident would not affect Amir's chances. Polling day is set for August 29th. Party hopping is common in Malaysia, but according to Dr. Mahathir, his new party will not be practicing it for money. Former Prime Minister Dr. Mahathir Mohamad assured that the leaders of his new party, Pejuang, will not engage in party hopping for monetary gain. According to Mahathir, this includes Amir Kushairi Muhammad Tanusi, their candidate for the slim by-election.
Jadi orang yang boleh jual diri mereka, nak kita pilih kah? Saya percaya Amir tak akan jual diri dia. Apa you punya price? Tapi orang belah sana tu kalau nampak ada duit, lompat macam katak. Siapa bagi duit, dia lompat lah. Sebab itu saya tengok dia orang duit banyak. Sepanjang jalan saya sampai sini, nampak bendera Barisan Nasional ni penuh. Kita tak banyak. Oh, tak boleh. Dulu boleh pegang tangan, tak boleh pegang tangan.
Pejuang is not yet formally registered and its candidate Amir Kushari is contesting as an independent. Mahathir formed Pejuang after being dumped by Bersatu in May for refusing to side with Muhyiddin's Perikatan Nasional Government in Parliament. It's been 30 days since Malaysia reported a death linked to COVID-19. Here's the country's latest COVID-19 situation. Malaysia reported 10 new COVID-19 cases today. From that number, 8 were imported cases and the remaining 2 were local transmissions. 6 of the imported cases involve people returning from India. Meanwhile, for the local transmissions, 1 involved a Malaysian in Kedah and a non-citizen in Selangor. With 36 recoveries today, the number of active cases has reduced to 151. Today also marked the 30th day since the last death attributed to the disease was reported. The death toll remains at 125. Why only reveal the list involving Pakatan Harapan? That is the question Lim Guan Eng wants Tengku Zafrul to answer. Lim Guan Eng today challenged his successor, Finance Minister Tengku Zafrul Abdul Aziz, to reveal all government projects which were awarded through a direct negotiation process during the BN era and the current Perikatan Nasional Administration.
Sekiranya tidak mahu isu ini dipolitikan, Tengku Zafrul harus mendedahkan projek RT Rundingan Terus Zaman Barisan Nasional, dan yang penting sekali, projek Rundingan Terus yang diluluskan oleh beliau sendiri dalam Kerajaan Perikatan Nasional. Buktikan semua projek RT Rundingan Terus yang diluluskan oleh beliau sendiri adalah teratur dan berkepentingan awam. Biar rakyat buat penilaian sendiri kerajaan mana yang mendukung prinsip accountability dan ketulusan.
Lim's challenge comes after Tengku Zafrul released a list of 101 direct tender projects worth 6.61 billion ringgit, which he alleged were approved by the Pakatan Harapan government. While Lim had refuted the list issued by Zafrul, he urged Senator not to practice double standard by only revealing projects during Harapan's time. The DAP leader also took a swipe at the MACC, which he alleged was only interested in probing Harapan-approved projects but had turned away from others.
Jangan ada double standard atau antara dua darjat seperti Suruhanjaya Pencegah Rasuah Malaysia yang hanya berhasrat mengkaji projek Rundingan Terus Pakatan Harapan tetapi tidaknya projek Rundingan Terus Barisan Nasional atau Perikatan Nasional. Biar fakta berbicara dengan sendirinya, berani kerana benar.
The top leaders of UMNO and PAS are eager for snap general elections to be held, and they say it's important it's called soon. Here's why. UMNO and PAS are on the same page that a snap general election is required for the government to seek a fresh mandate. UMNO President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi said the slim majority in the Dewan Rakyat has created the perception that the government is unstable and exposed it to ridicule.
Kita tidak ada pilihan melainkan memperolehi mandat baru daripada rakyat. Untuk mengelakkan tuduhan terus dilakukan oleh mereka, maka kerajaan sekarang ini mesti mengembalikan hak memilih kerajaan dan kuasa rakyat mesti dikembalikan agar rakyat memilih semula. Maka untuk memilih semula pilihan raya umum yang ke-15 jangkaan saya akan diadakan dalam waktu yang terdekat.
Speaking to reporters in Terengganu, past President Abdul Hari Awang said he agreed with Zahid. Hari said the people's mandate is needed because of PN's small majority in Parliament, so snap polls must be held immediately. Durians, the Pahang state government and unlicensed farmers. Here's a story you don't want to miss, coming up next. The Pahang government's durian farm legislation has left hundreds of unlicensed farmers in a thorny situation.
Tanah yang syarikat mau ambil semua sekali lah, daripada sini terus pergi. Semua. Ketiga masa ini semua.
Over the past 2 weeks, tensions have risen over the Pahang government's durian farm legalization scheme in Raub with protests. On June 24th, the Pahang state government reportedly awarded the lease and use rights of 5,357 acres of land to RPDR PKPP, a joint venture between the state's statutory body, Perbadanan Kemajuan Pertanian Negeri Pahang, and a private company linked to royalty, the Royal Pahang Durian Produce, RPDP. The state government also announced that it would officially reclaim the illegal farms on August 24th. According to RPDP's website, the chairperson of RPDP is Tengku Puteri Iman Afzan Al-Sultan Abdullah, the daughter of the current king. However, the state government's attempt to reclaim these durian farms were met with opposition from some 200 unlicensed farmers. Interestingly, some unlicensed farmers told Kini TV that they were previously incorporated under a scheme launched by Lembaga Kemajuan Perusahaan Pertanian, LKPP, which is the predecessor of PKPP. Kampung Sungai Chalit is a small village comprising Chinese and Malay residents. Villagers here said they only settled here some 40 years ago because LKPP had promised to grant 2 acres of land to each participant of a security relocation scheme, RPSK. In exchange, they would act as the authorities' informants regarding the activities of the outlawed Communist Party of Malaya, CMP, in the forest.
Telinga kerjaan masuk sini. Jadi dia bagilah tanah 8 ekar, 2 ekar. Jadi kita mesti minta pasal janji. Mula-mula dia tak kasih, saya cakap jangan itu macam pasal suara janji. Kalau tak janji, kita tak mau masuk sini. Ini semua sini askar saja.
These villagers claim that despite LKPP's promise, some villagers still have not obtained any land grants until now. The LKPP was established in 1969 under the Pahang Emergency Law before it was converted into PKPP. And the PKPP's official website also records the history of the village. Additionally, the government's open data also establishes that the RSP Sungai Chalit was formed in 1978 under the Security Relocation Scheme by LKPP, with a total of 128 participants, but the data shows no farming lot was allocated for this village. Muhammad Ali does concede that some villagers reclaimed wasteland beyond the 2 acres promised by the authorities.
Cari makan situ. Semua pun Cina Melayu pun itu macam. Ada tempat lagi bikin lah itu macam. Sini bukan ada orang lain masuk lagi, tak ada. Sama semua sini juga. Jadi bikin lah. Boleh tanam apa tanam itulah. Tanam durian, tanam kelapa ada orang tanam. Itu apa, koko pun dulu ada tanam.
We visited the village on August 24th, which was the day the state government officially took back the unlicensed land.
Kenapa yang diberi mau angkat semula? Tak diberikan nama hak milik. Sekarang bila sudah up, orang sudah mau. Apa senang sangat dia mau cari wang, bukan itu macam senang. Kita tak boleh kasih. Sebab itu betul-betul hak kita punya.
Kalau ini syarikat ambil, kita balik semula tahun 80-an. Kita susah. Betul punya cakap.
Itu yang kita semua susah. Jadi tidur pun susah. Mau fikir kita kebun, anak semua kecil-kecil, mau kasih makan.
Villagers also showed us a map that was drawn by land surveyors that they hired with their own money years ago. They said the LKPP later photocopied the maps and submitted them to the land office. Malaysia Kini has contacted the Pahang state government for a response. RPDP, in an interview with Malay Mail, had denied the accusations of initiating an exploitative agreement with the Musang King durian farmers. A joint statement by RPDP PKPP also highlighted the importance of regulating the local durian market to avoid the influence of foreign investors, which could spell the end for local producers. And that is all for me today. For more stories, you can go to kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'll be back with more next week, same time, same place. I'm Prasad Michael. Thank you for watching.